Hey guys, what's up? It's Kumerai Fang, and, well, different bathrobe, which means must be time for a vlog. So in regards to 2016, even if you took out everything terrible that happened in the world, I would argue that mine was, for the most part, pretty terrible. I almost lost a family member. My family is in a very tough financial state right now. And me personally, I went through a very troubled few months where I questioned my sense of worth to the world. And honestly, it's one of the major things that brought me to reviewing music this year. It was literally to the point where I was like, okay, I need to do something or I'm going to go insane. That's what this year was. And yes, we did have some good times here and there. Like, I turned 21 this year, which was a plus. I got bits of job experience, which was also a plus. And to top it all off, you guys, to be completely honest here, you guys, I did not expect list season to go that well for me. Like, before we even got close to list season, I thought, oh, I'm going to get a few hundred subscribers from this. I'm probably going to be at like 700 maximum by the time we hit the end of the year, and then as the year continues, I'm going to hit 1,000. But that didn't happen. Like, I know other critics now who have slower growing channels than what mine has. Like, we hit 1,000 on the worst list alone. Seriously, we hit 1K the night before I released the best list. That is insane to me. And I'm looking at the subscriber count now. We are almost at 1,200. 2,000 seems like a few blinks away now, actually. I'm still wrapping my head around it. Like, I have been told that I am among the few, if not the only, female music critic up on YouTube, which I find weird. But even if that is the case, I don't completely get it. Why is my channel this large right now? Well, I literally feel like I don't deserve like any of this. I cannot begin to describe to you guys how grateful I am that we made it here. Try and understand, I went into list season with only 460 subscribers, so this was a massive gain for me. But I think that's enough about looking back on 2016. What about looking ahead? What's 2017 look like right now? Well, I got a few things going on. As you guys know, we've got the worst and best songs released coming up, which means I'm not particularly done with lists just yet. I'm also going to be guest featuring on Mr. 96's channel to review Starboy with him. That is going to be something new for me. To be completely honest, when 96 scheduled our Skype call, which was like the 23rd actually, we talked for about 7.5 hours total. I would say for about a half hour we talked about Starboy, and the rest of it we just geeked out. We talked about movies, other bits of music, games. It's like, I went from talking to a complete stranger to talking to a friend I feel like I've known for years. It was just so insane. I did not expect us to hit it off like that. It was pretty fucking cool. I also got to talk a bit with the LP Club. Ethan sort of helped me review a song that I'm a bit out of my element with. It's going to be my first song review of the year, so I'm very grateful that he gave me a hand. That particular review, I think, is going to be coming out like the first week of February. Like, I don't think I'm going to fit it in between the next two lists that I'm going to be doing and the collaboration. I think that's a lot for 1 month. On top of that, I've got 5 goals for 2017, and it's going to be interesting reaching them, I gotta say. First things first, I really want this channel to start getting a bit more consistent. In case you guys haven't noticed, I'm actually pretty bad at releasing things on a certain regular basis. Like, for the most part, I tried and release things on like Sundays. I said once every 2 weeks, and really even then I'm very piss poor at doing that. And then there's list season. Like, whenever I do lists, I try to keep them 2 weeks apart, and I try to put them on the 2nd and 4th Saturday of each month. December, I couldn't do that because the 4th Saturday of the month was the 24th. No one is going to be watching my best list on the 24th. No one. And even with telling myself I'm going to release the best list on the 3rd Saturday of this month, of course, I would look at everything I had to do at that point in time. It's like, you know, I'm better off waiting a couple days before I release this video. And I barely made the deadline, actually. I also need to organize myself because I've got an internship this upcoming semester. Yeah, it's a full-time internship working 20 to 30 hours per week, which means between that and college, I am not gonna have a lot of time on this channel to particularly work on videos, which means I've gotta get my shit together. Second thing I need to do is upgrade the channel. Thankfully for me, this new internship is full-time and paid. I think the wage is somewhere between 10 and 11 bucks per hour. And to be honest, my studio is pretty low-tech. I've got a tripod, I've got a camera, I've got video production software, and that's about it. At the very least, I would like to get to a point where I at least have a camera microphone, so that way it's not picking up as much background noise. Like, it's no fun. We already have one improvement, actually. We've got drapes, in case you haven't noticed. Like, dear God, I have not have anything to cover up the windows in this room, which means I always had to record at night. And that fucks up with your sleep schedule, like, a lot. So, this is going to make videos a bit more timely, I think. The third thing I want to do is bring back vlogs. I tried doing this earlier in the year. It did not go well. It felt like I was trying to update people on my life, and it felt like the most boring thing I could have put you guys through. And I want to keep talking to you guys. I want to get to know you guys better. And I want you to get to know me better as a person. But it should not be in a way where I'm telling you about what's going on in my day-to-day life. Yeah, I would like to occasionally do that, but I would also like to get to a point where I'm talking about, subjects that I'm interested in, or subjects that you guys are interested in. Maybe do some silly challenge if I'm able to. Fourth thing I want to do is that I want to expand the elements of my reviews. This basically means two things. The first is that we're getting outside of the comfort zone that is the pop charts. I'm still going to be reviewing pop songs, but I also want to talk about, but I also want to cover music outside of that, like rock and hip-hop and country. You guys already have seen a bit of this with me, actually, when I talked about unsigned groups, but that's just a small taste of what that may be like. It'll definitely help me in expanding my knowledge as far as music criticism is concerned, and will definitely help me as pop music progresses, hopefully. Really hoping that 2017 gets us out of this dark age. And the fifth and final thing, and this is more hoping than anything else, because the fifth thing I want to do is that I want to reach 3,000 subscribers. At this point in time, I think 5,000 is a bit too unrealistic, but we are pretty damn close to 2,000 already. It feels like a couple blinks away, actually. Not only do I think that reaching 3,000 is a very reachable goal, it's also going to be a properly challenging one that'll be satisfying once we hit the end of the year. We're almost halfway there as we speak, and as we're climbing up this hurdle, I legitimately think we have the ability to make it. So, with that, thank you guys so very much for watching. And, as always, I hope to see you next time. See ya!